It is official that the pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford, has agreed in principle to face off against the 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo Alvarez has agreed. Terence Crawford, we knew he was going to agree. And they're working out the details to showcase their talents. Riyadh season, Cinco de Mayo weekend in May.
Hate me, but I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
Hate me, but I think it's a 50-50 fight. It's really, really hard for me to see Canelo losing to Crawford. But it's also, there's things that I can see that Crawford is so good at.
Yeah.
That it's like, I can't see him not being able to be sharp and do that round after round, man.
Crawford, a clash of skill and strength. But can Crawford beat the odds in a higher weight class? Let's see what the pros have to say. Lambda thinks Crawford's legendary skills could defy the odds against Canelo. But can the weight difference prove to be too much for the welterweight champion?
Anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, you can't.
Andre Rozier, a renowned boxing trainer, has shared his thoughts on the chance of Terence Crawford stepping up to fight Canelo Alvarez. While Crawford is coming off a win at welterweight, Rozier thinks taking on Canelo at a higher weight class could be a bridge too far.
The only thing he could possibly do at this point to regain that status is to beat someone of note in another weight class. And
Rozier acknowledges that Crawford's move to 154 pounds might be a realistic step, but he firmly doubts the success of a jump to face Canelo, calling it a dangerous leap.
54 is going to be enough for him. Him going up to fight and quote unquote, if it should happen, Canelo, I don't see that ending well. It's just too much and too far to go. But that's what it was.
Rozier's warning highlights the monumental task Crawford would face in taking on the pound-for-pound star at such a significant weight disadvantage. What do you think? Is Crawford taking on more than he can chew? Or could he shock the world? Canelo Alvarez reveals his thoughts on a potential fight with Terence Crawford, fueling excitement among boxing fans worldwide.
Yes, it is official that the pound-for-pound king, 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, and reigning WBA junior middleweight world champion, superstar boxer, Terence Bud Crawford, future first ballot Hall of Famer, undefeated, 41 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout, 37 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach, has agreed in principle. We knew he was going to agree to face off against the 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar, first ballot Hall of Famer, former undisputed super middleweight world champion, and reigning unified super middleweight world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Mexican boxer Canelo Alvarez has in a way confirmed his readiness to face Terence Crawford, creating buzz around what could be one of the most anticipated fights in boxing today. This possible showdown would feature two elite fighters at the pinnacle of their careers.
Crawford's name keeps coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if it's a fight.
The fight between Canelo and Crawford promises to be monumental. Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, has dominated his class with power and precision. Crawford, widely regarded as one of the most skilled fighters of this age, brings a combination of technical brilliance and intelligent strategy that has propelled him to the top of the pound-for-pound rankings.
I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter. But
Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion, hasn't shied away from the chance of facing Terence Crawford in the ring. While Crawford's leap into a higher weight class has sparked debates, Canelo stays confident in his ability to dominate the smaller fighter. Speaking on Sway's Universe, Canelo made it clear that he's not only open to the challenge but views it as a chance to make a bold statement.
Would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford. Yeah.
if he's willing to pay whatever I want, comes down.
That'll work. Yeah, so if yeah, you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight.
Mm-hmm.
For me, easy money.
Canelo's remarks represent his belief that the weight disparity gives him a major edge over Crawford. With a history of dismantling elite opponents at super middleweight, Canelo seems to view the potential clash as more of a financial opportunity than a risky challenge. However, for fans and analysts, Crawford's skills and determination could make this fight more unpredictable than Canelo anticipates. While Canelo Alvarez has shown interest in a potential showdown with Terence Crawford, he also gave a deeper insight into his feelings on the matchup. Canelo didn't hesitate to address Crawford's fighting style, pointing out the difficulties of facing a highly mobile opponent. Despite his reservations, the studied champion revealed that the fight could happen under the right circumstances, especially if the financial stakes are high enough. Right, I mean, because you know I don't like to fight guys like that because they move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight, and he don't move that much now. So yeah, it is at the...
I'm in, because you know I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. Mm-hmm. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So
Canelo's words highlight the complexities of making this fight a reality. While he acknowledges Crawford's talent, he stays confident in the natural advantages provided by his weight class. At the same time, his comments about money and stylistic preferences suggest that for Canelo, the matchup is more about the spectacle and payday than the competitive allure. This adds another layer to the growing argument. Can Crawford's skills solve the weight disparity, or is Canelo right to lean on the limits of weight classes? This statement marks a notable shift for Canelo, who had previously voiced reluctance to face Crawford, citing the lack of credit he would receive for defeating a smaller opponent.
Everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 ways class.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that no disrespect him. But you know, sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not? It's possible.
And I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, you know, he needs to enjoy.
Crawford has shown persistence in pursuing this matchup, ready to move up weight classes to prove his dominance.
Canelo gets through Jermell, and then you guys fight. That fight would be gigantic.
And it's crazy because, like, in the past interviews, I was like, man, Canelo too big, man. It's weight classes for a reason. I was like, nah. But in my mind, in my heart, I don't think nobody too big, you know, especially in a fight. I'm a fighter. But, like, I was thinking, like, man, it could happen. So you start really sitting down like, man, that fight maybe can happen. Okay, so now you...
Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he would face against Canelo, admitting that size will play a crucial role in the fight. However, he remains confident in his ability to overcome this challenge and impose his boxing style.
But I'm faster, you know, so then you start doing the advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, man, we right there.
Yeah.
We right there, you know what I mean? So I was like, man.
And it's not like he didn't go up in weight as well.
Keith Thurman, a former world champion and keen analyst of the sport, recently broke down why Terence Crawford might see weaknesses in Canelo Alvarez. Drawing from Canelo's performance against Jermall Charlo, Thurman highlighted specific moments in the fight that could fuel Crawford's belief in his chances. Thurman's detailed observations suggest that Crawford's strategic mind may be identifying patterns that others miss.
When Canelo fought Charlo, besides the knockdown, Charlo was able to protect himself very well against Canelo's onslaught. The only problem was, while protecting himself, there was no...
Thurman stressed how Charlo's defensive adjustments mitigated damage after the knockdown, but also highlighted a lack of counterattacks, which allowed Canelo to dominate. He suggested that Crawford, known for his adaptability and offensive creativity, likely sees a chance to exploit these moments by blending strong defense with aggressive offense.
Seeing what I saw, I believe Crawford saw the same thing. If Charlo can go so untouched by just being, you know, once he got dropped, you know, spider senses, boom, fully awakened, right? Boom. So now hands up, don't make no mistakes. So, you know, that's how it is. We saw it in the Munguia fight, you know, we saw it in the last fight. It's those little mistakes that end up having big consequences against Canelo, right?
Thurman's insight paints a picture of Crawford studying Canelo's recent fights to find exploitable gaps in his offense. While Charlo leaned heavily on defense to survive, Crawford may aim to combine similar tactics with his bodied boxing IQ to not only neutralize Canelo's power, but also create scoring chances. However, Thurman's remarks also underscore the risks. One mistake against Canelo can turn the tide instantly.
This trash. Don't ever compare Crawford to Canelo again. Shout out young Triple G. He did his. I felt he won. At least a draw. The judges, you weirdos, you guys suck ass. And Crawford, you're not pound for pound. You never fought nobody good. You fought Spence that had a car accident.
Renowned sports analyst Stephen A. Smith recently shared his take on the possible mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Known for his candid views, Smith dissected the clash between Crawford's better boxing skills and Canelo's power and physicality. While he acknowledged both fighters' greatness, Smith highlighted the key factors that could determine the result.
But I would still say it would be a very interesting fight. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. And I'm wondering whether he could stay away. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off of him. And that's where the problem lies.
What do you think a win like that would do for Crawford? Would that put him up with Robinson, Mayweather?
He and I spoke about it. He and I spoke about it in Vegas.
Smith's analysis points to the critical balance between skill and strength. He thinks Crawford's technical ability could trouble Canelo, but without the power to back it up, the relentless Mexican champion might overwhelm him. Smith went further, breaking down Canelo's approach to fights and the risks Crawford would face if caught by one of his shots.
He's a very powerful individual who can get exposed by a boxer because every shot he throws, he's trying to make it a power shot. But to me, can Crawford hurt him? I would pick Crawford to win if he can box and stay away. I don't believe he can hurt Canelo. And if Canelo catches him, it could be trouble. But I would still say it would be a very interesting fight. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. And